Good morning, campers, and welcome to Camp Toy Punks. My name is Christo, and this is Toy Punks episode number 37, and I am your counselor for this weekend. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and a review of NECA's Camp Crystal Lake accessory set. This set is awesome. It's got plenty of activities for all of us, and we're going to have a great time. We've also got some nice music lined up for the weekend. We're going to be listening to a band called the Riptides off of their album Tough Luck. The music comes straight from some fellow campers up in Canada. So why don't you run into your cabins and get your bathing suits on, because we're going to go for a swim here in Camp Crystal Lake. Toy Punks. Oi! Alright everybody, here it is, the NECA Friday the 13th Camp Crystal Lake accessory set. I don't know about you guys, but I am really excited to have this thing. I've been waiting since they announced it for it to finally come out. Just got it in the mail, so let's go ahead and get this thing checked out so we can get it opened and I can set up some displays for you guys. So right off the bat, we're going to check out the front of the box. As you can see, it's got the Friday the 13th logo up top. And then you got some different drawings down here. You got a drawing of the dock, which is one of the pieces you're going to have. And then it also has some artwork of the Camp Crystal Lake sign, which is also inside this box. It doesn't have, obviously, the third piece, which is going to be the rock and the chain set up so that way you can have Jason stuck underwater. I imagine it's in the photo, it's just under the water, so you can't see it. What they did add, however, in the background, you've got a nice little drawing here of Jason coming out of the water at you. And then you got a pretty cool shot of the house back there as well. Other than that, just a little bit of, forest action in the background. You got a nice little bit of, you got the moon in the background, a little bit of clouds and stuff in the sky. And down in the corner, you get the Real Toys and NECA logo here. And then just a little bit of warning information, 17 and up, all that good stuff. On the side here, you've got the Friday the 13th logo again. It just says Camp Crystal Lake accessory set. Nothing too fancy, just simple. Real Toys and NECA on the side of the box. The bottom here, you've got the information of the, the people from NECA who made this thing. Go ahead and check that out. And then on the middle here, you got a little bit of more information, just all technical information on the bottom. The other side is the same as the previous one, and then the back, which the back is really cool. I'm going to set this down so you can take a look here. As you can see, they set it up so that way it looks like it's a basically like a bulletin board, a cork board on the side of a cabin. See, you can see the Camp Crystal Lake summer events there, and then again you got the Friday the 13th logo as well as the Camp Crystal Lake accessory set info. Down here they set it up, like I said, it's got activities sign up. Now if you read it here, create your own chilling dioramas with this Friday the 13th accessory set. It's full of iconic pieces and sized perfectly for 7-inch scale figures, sold separately. I'm not going to read all that it includes. We're going to go over all that. If you really want to read that part, go ahead and pause right there. Otherwise, they got some photos that are set up again, just like Polaroids on the bulletin board here. Different shots of the different pieces that you got. So they're going to have here the dock. Obviously, you're going to have him standing there, and then you've got the rock with the chain, so he can be floating in the water, chained down. And then, obviously, you've got the Camp Crystal Lake sign as well, so he can stand in front of that, behind that. Whatever you really want to do, it's up to you. And you got a little bit of information here. You got swim lessons at 12 p.m. Make sure you check the life vests. So that's about it. Again, on the box, I really like the way it's set up. It's a cool little setup. They always do something fun on their packaging, so I like it. That's about it. That's going to cover that. So let's go ahead and get this thing opened up, and let's get this going. So let's check them out. Toy Punks. Oi!
I tried to hide, but a chainsaw found him first. Killy got a spear right through the chest. Joey took a stand, but he died just like the rest. We didn't listen when they said this camp was cursed. Whoa, no.
Crawling out of Crystal Lake, here we've got Jason and the rest of the Camp Crystal Lake accessories. Check these things out. These things are awesome. You can see right here we've got the dock, we've got the rock with the chain for the floating Jason effect, and then we've got the Camp Crystal Lake sign as well. We're going to go ahead and check these out one by one. We've got 3 different Jasons to check out, 3 different accessories. So let's go ahead and start off here. We're going to go from here. We're going to go ahead and check out the dock first. As you can see, I've got the Part 3 Jason here with his spear gun about to shoot somebody who's in the water right in the eyeball. So let's move him out of the way. We'll go ahead and check out the dock right now. As you can see, it looks really good. It's got a lot of nice sculpting in there, so that way it kind of looks like grain, so it looks like wood grain. It's got, you saw in the video, it's got these 2 pieces which are separate, and then also the lamp post, which goes all the way up to the lamp, is separate. The lamp is attached to the post. And they all just pop in here. They've just got pegs, as you can see right there. Boom. Everyone has a different peg. You just connect it in real easily, and you create yourself a dock. It's got the back here where it's got rocks that kind of goes down into the ground. So if you go set this up in the right spots, you can get some pretty sweet pictures with that thing, with Jason standing on the dock, maybe even coming up out of the water. I mean, you can do all kinds of sorts of different stuff that you really want to do with this. It's really cool. It looks really good. The paint job here, see if we can focus in a little bit, but you can even see here on the pipe that runs up for the lamp here. It's got a little bit of dirtiness look to it. It's got a little bit of black on there, so that way it looks kind of like it's old, like it's weathered. And then the lamp post here as well. We'll see if we can focus in there. Not too great, but there we go. You can see they painted it yellow and white, so that way, you know, it's a glowing lamp. It would be cool if they had done an LED in there. That would have been awesome, but, you know, for what the price point it's at, this is pretty awesome the way it is. That's about it. It's pretty straightforward. It's going to look awesome when I can go ahead and set up a figure up there like I had it. Like I said, dude, I mean, he can be standing here behind it. He can have any kind of different weapon we want to put in his hand. He can stand on the dock. You could kind of position him underneath the dock, maybe coming up and grabbing somebody. I mean, the possibilities right there are endless with that right there. So that's the dock. We'll put him back, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the rock here. This is my favorite one out of all 3 of them, just because it's so cool that they finally did this. You can see here it's got the rock, and then there's a chain going up around his neck, and underneath you've got Camp Blood. Welcome to Camp Blood. It's the sign underneath it, just like it was in the movie that was in Part 6, so we obviously have the Part 6 figure as well here to go along with it. Let's go ahead and check it out. I'll show you how he attaches real quick on the back. Here's the stand. It's just a clear stand, and it's just got like a little flat half circle there, and that kind of goes up inside of his clothes here behind his back, and he floats there. And then as you can see, this came out, the chain disconnects from the rock, and then there's just this flat long piece here that connects into the rock right there. If it focuses, there is right there, there's a little notch, and that just goes right into there, and then it looks like it's connected to the rock, and it fits real well, and it comes out real smooth. The chain around the neck does not disconnect. If you want to take it off, you got to pop the head off, and then you can take the chain off, put the chain on, and then pop the head back on, which is real easy for these Jason figures. I mean, these Ultimate figures for sure, they're real easy for the heads to pop off. A lot of them have interchangeable heads. And then throw his mask back on. Like I said, he looks awesome on here. The chain is real metal, which is cool, and it's not like fresh, clean. It kind of looks like it's weathered, like it's been laying, you know, in the water for a long time. It's really cool that they did that. I like that it's an actual chain. It looks good. And then we'll set him aside real quick and check out this. Again, this is just a clear base, goes all the way down. The stand connects to the base down here. Just in the back here, there was 2 peg holes. I don't want to pull this back out. I already put it together. But there's just 2 peg holes. You push that right in. Boom, there it is. This comes all together. The Camp Blood sign is connected to the rock, and so are these different chains that are attached to the rock as well as the padlock, the padlock looks really cool. Again, all metal down here, and I don't know what they made the rock out of, but it does feel kind of like a rock. It's pretty cool. Other than that, that's about it. Like I said, you just push that into there, back behind him. It gets in there real nicely. and then he floats. And then again here, this piece. And the lock actually hides this pretty well too, so you don't see it. But that piece then goes into there. Oh. Gotta move the lock. There we go, see? And that pushes right in real nicely. And then you kind of move the lock into the place to kind of hide that a little bit, but it looks really good. It looks awesome. This is definitely, like I said, this is my favorite one out of all three. All three are really cool, but that one is just really, really awesome. And then we're going to move on to the Camp Crystal Lake sign. Now, right off the bat, obviously, this is my least favorite, and the reason is because I broke it opening it. Right as I opened it, the little hook here that attaches to this wood piece, be careful when you open this, because when I took that out of the box, I actually broke that right out of the box. And I had to just put a little glue on there. I mean, it looks good. You can't even tell that it was broken. But still, I mean, it's just the fact that I did have to glue it. Let's see if I can hear. Right here, this little gray piece broke, and I just had to glue that back on. And, yeah, it's frustrating to have something fresh out of the box and it breaks. You know, it's not... I broke it pulling it out. That's why I'm telling everybody else to be careful. Because you don't want that to break on you. But other than that, I mean, this sign is really cool. The wood is just 3 separate pieces, as you saw in the video, and then they just kind of connect together here. You can connect them and disconnect them right there. Oh, I'm going to be careful. I don't want to break this sign because I did, like I said, I just glued this a little bit ago and made sure it was dry enough to do the video for you guys, but I want to make sure that that dries and sets for a long time, so that way it's all good. And then the sign has little chain links here, if you can see it. Let's see if we can focus on those. That which is cool. It attaches from the stand down to the sign on both sides. Really cool that they have the actual metal little chain link there. And then the sign looks really good. It looks exactly like it looks in the movie, I believe. You know, established in 1935, welcome to Camp Crystal Lake. It would have been really cool if they had also come with an alternate one that had the, you know, Camp Blood, where it was crossed off. That would have been awesome. But still, really awesome that they have that. I'm going to stand this guy up real quick. And overall, like I said, they look really good. The paint on all of them is really, really well done. The sculpt is really good. My only issue was my breaking it, which, you know, like I said, that was my fault, really. But be careful when you open it because it is a really little piece and it's fragile. So that about wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys like it. Hope you guys check these out. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like the accessories. Go ahead and get them up on NECA's website, I believe, while they're still available. Otherwise, you know, hit up the retailers and grab these. Toy Punks. Oi. Well, I hope all you campers had a great time and enjoyed your stay at Camp Toy Punks. Again, this was episode number 37. The NECA Crystal Lake accessory set was awesome. Can't say enough about it. Really stinks that I broke that piece off of the Camp Crystal Lake sign, but that's my fault and I gotta deal with that. Again, my favorite piece out of the 3 was the rock and chain that you can set Jason up to. It's really awesome, really cool piece. Can't wait to get that in my collection up on the shelf there. It would be really cool to even maybe put one of those in like a fish tank. That would be awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed the music. Again, that was a band called the Riptides, and they're from Canada. That's off their album Tough Luck. And actually one of the songs from that album is called Friday the 13th, which is why it was such a fitting band to use for this accessory set. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and check out the Riptides on Spotify. Hit them up on Facebook. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that little bell button up at the top. Guys, if you want to see more of our videos, go ahead and click some of these links that are going to be popping up here in the last 15 seconds. Otherwise, hit up our channel. We got tons of stuff on there. Great content. Always subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. And that's about it. We are Toy Punks. Oi.